Hello again, YouTube, and I am sorry. You may have heard me mention that I was about to do a live stream on Twitch at the end of a recent OSS commentary, and when that stream ended, it was just slightly too late, and there were only 6 players left, so I couldn't get everybody's countries, because, again, there were 6 of them left. I couldn't get if I left out 2 people's countries, then it would openly spoil where they were from. We do know, however, that Moorman 1, Chris Moorman, is from Great Britain, and we know that King James is from Brazil, because I've seen him before. The other ones, I'm not so sure. Okay, so lowdown here. This is the OSS 233 Apestyles Sunday PKO, $1,050 buy-in. PKO, of course, so half of it goes into the bounties. And there is Apestyles himself, the tournament host, making the money. 67 people got paid. He finished 58th, though. So, didn't make it by much, but he made it. And these are your winners. Now, we don't know how many rebuys they did because this is day 2. Everything just kind of resets itself once you make day 2, and the leaderboard doesn't keep track of your rebuys anymore because those all happen on day 1. Once you make day 2, there's no more rebuys. So we don't know how much these guys actually profited, but still, congratulations for making it to day 2. I think I've decided that I'm going to start wearing headphones for these again because I don't play anymore. So why not just enjoy the little sound effects myself, right? Plus the one sound effect that I like to add sometimes. Let me see some consequential aces. Alright. And, God, this is going to be a long one. This is going to be long. We have the short stack at 16.8 big blinds, and then the second shortest is 25, and we get up to 55. So they're not, like, ultra deep, but they're also not shallow. King James, just like the last time I saw him at a final table, immediately presses the evil green circle, because he's a coward. Yeah, I said it. I don't mind. I don't want to be overly mean, but I hate deals so freaking much. Just the fact that we see him twice now get to a final table and instantly press that. He's a coward. I'll say it. Great poker player. Definitely a better poker player than I'll ever be. But he's a coward. He gets to final tables specifically so that he can ask for deals. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. At least this time we can the glitch doesn't happen. We can actually see his cards. All right, so Viet Cong, pair of aces, has been driving the action. King James has been just holding on to his draw and trying to hit it, and decides that that price is a little bit heavy, and he'll just go ahead and stop there. I can't disagree with the way he played that hand. Absolutely fine. I've seen Viet Cong around. I can't remember if he's actually from Vietnam or if he's American or Canadian or what. The only ones I know for sure are King James from Brazil and Moorman from Great Britain. Look, dude, when Chris Moorman's at your table, I don't think you're going to get away with asking for a chop. This time we actually see Ace-Jack being played. How about that? It was the one raise, but, you know, that's the new running meme here. Ace-Jack sucks and everybody folds it. Jackie Chan, I assume, is sizing up a continuation bet, and that's a big one, too. That's too big of a C bet even for me. And it looks like King James is onto something there about that huge bet. Doesn't have much. In fact, he literally has no draw, but he doesn't want to throw it away just yet. Jackie Chan is making some strange plays here. He now has a gut shot to a 9, and he does check and hits the draw. He checked back. I think King James would have been very happy to just bet and take it down on the river, you know, bluff with the best hand, but not with that river. He is going to try and bluff. Unfortunately, it's not going to work. His representing the hand that Jackie Chan actually has. You know, good plan, just very unfortunate timing. And he is now wasting his time bank before raising. He is really wasting his time bank. There you go. Was that so hard? No. You just wasted 13 seconds that you might actually spend on a real decision. Also, I must say, when you tank that long only to shove anyway, it just makes the fact that you've got the nuts that much more obvious. If you want to look suspect, it's probably better to, like, to shove at, like, a cadence that would surprise the other player. At least that's what I remember from watching poker in the past. Maybe things have changed now, and it's just like universally tank really long to look weak. But I really don't think I'm wrong. But I could be. You know, I'll accept any input in the comments as far as that part of the meta. I don't know if that's different. If that's different live, or if that's different IRL versus online. But yeah. Online, of course, you have a finite time bank, and you really shouldn't waste it. Moorman, I'm sure, is calling here. Joka... Wait, we've seen Joka Kenjits before as well. I can't remember which country they're from, though. And good start for Chris Moorman. If he does lose this hand, that he is the short stack, but he looks pretty good right now. Joka doesn't even have the diamonds working for him. 4 of diamonds. Looks like a straight draw. It's not. He needs a 5. Not a 5. Joka is out. Joka Kenjic came in as the short stack. Found a decent hand to work with, but Chris Moorman won the flip, and that's all it is to it. Chris Moorman, whom I have seen on the rail at the main event that I've still only watched up through day 1D. I'm going to start day 2A today. In fact, I'm going to make this statement right now. I'm going to commentate some more games, not a whole lot more, but a few more on the OSS. I will not do any more ACR commentary until I have finished watching this past year's main event, the 2023 World Series main event. I want to watch all of it on Poker Go before I do the next series. Because America's Card Room, among its good qualities, is you don't have to wait too long before the next big, cool, interesting series starts taking shape. I think Viet Cong will call here. I can't talk. And now Ace-Queen is ugly for Moorman, but he hasn't spent too much this time. I'm okay with a call there. He's got 2 overs plus the spades. You know, there's a lot of nice turn cards for him. That is not one of them, though. He is out now. Viet Cong hits it straight, and yeah, he's out. Another ace-queen, this time for Viet Cong, and this should be quick. Unless he he blimps, but now. He even shows. How nice of him. Yet another alien at our final table. Very popular. Hey, King James actually raises more than the minimum. He's getting on my good side. Not that min raises alone tilt me, they just bore me. Moorman decides to re-raise with King Jack suited. I'm never sure when I get King Jack in early-ish position whether I should just call or re-raise. The fact that he's doing that... Whoa! Viet Cong! Doubles the bet again, makes it 3.1 million and change with just ace-5. That is a complete bluff. Cold 4-bet with ace-5 offsuit. Moorman now with a very pretty hand, but certainly a vulnerable one. I have to put in 1.6 million to keep going here, and the pot's already bloated. I don't blame him for folding. Yeah, Kong. Brave move there, and it works out. I do know why light 3-bets occur with weak aces, because you have an ace, so you think your opponent probably doesn't have 2 aces for sure. And 1 ace might be a little unlikely as well. But a light 4-bet, that's rare. Uh-oh. 9-8 of clubs goes away. 6-8 actually does call. Not a very good flop for 2 aces. Particularly 2 red aces, but yeah, that should get it done. So I believe that the blind structure was the same as the last one that I did. 20-minute blinds through and through. And, oh my god, we're 10 minutes in and that bar has barely moved. I'm going to be here a long, long time. Even if I press 2X. These are some huge cards. Like, this is the robot's trying to set up for a big one here. Mormon is not going to want to play these kings 3-handed, so he's going to 3-bet here for sure. It's a pretty hefty one. Viet Cong should get out of here. King James probably wants to stick around. Oh, he's going to do more than that. He's going to go all in. King James willing to stick his entire tournament on ace-queen offsuit, which is certainly brave for a guy with an evil green circle on his name. And gets a pretty healthy flop there. He needs a 3 for a straight. Queen is only going to get him partway there. Chris Moorman all in for all but 1 big blind. 22 million in the middle. Who is it going to go to? Queen does help. King James is partly there now. Ace, queen, or 3 to double up and pretty much knock Chris Moorman out of here. And it's a king for Chris Moorman. Overkill. King James is out in 7th place, and we've got 2 quick eliminations. Unlike last time, where it took forever to knock one guy out. Chris Moorman gets the bounty as well. Viet Cong should win this one. Easy. An actual IRL professional actually taking the lead here at one of these final tables. Good. I've seen him at one of these final tables before, and I've seen Ebony Kenny. Now I actually get to see them for a while at one of these final tables. They keep making it as short stacks, but now Chris Moorman's really here to play. It is kind of funny that he's not surrounded with the gold circle for team pros. For some reason, that's been turned off for final tables. I don't know. I believe Chris Moorman is the 2nd best known player on America's Card Room, and Ebony Kenny might be the 3rd best. Number 1, of course, being Chris Moneymaker. I mean, heck, I turn 28 next week, and I even was inspired by Chris Moneymaker way back in 2003. I didn't know what was going on, but my mother introduced me to a game called Hoyle Casino 4, a super old school PC game that was actually genuinely really fun. And I like being 8 or 9 years old, I don't know when I discovered it, but I discovered a cheese that allows you to bet without actually losing money. So I was able to like speed run getting to $1 billion, which is the game's cap. But like because of that, I always kind of had a soft spot for gaming, or for like casino gaming, especially because I was always into numbers. Okay, wait, hold on a second. Let me stop here for a second. Let me finish my tangent. I was always into numbers, always, when I was a kid. So seeing the numbers keep gradually going up as a poker tournament progressed really appealed to me, even though I didn't really understand what was going on too much. I did figure it out eventually. I've always been fairly quick to learn things. Once it all sinks in, it's there forever, basically. It does take a while to sink in, but yeah. Okay, so that's the end of my tangent on how I got into poker. Chris Moorman here just wasted half of his entire time bank with the nuts before raising. So, if he's doing that, maybe that is the meta. I can't really say that that's what you're supposed to do. I don't see why that would ever be a beneficial to waste half your time bank when you have really no decision to make. But if he's doing that, then and Jackie Chan's doing that at this final table, then maybe that is the proper way to look weak. Because clearly, if he's raising on this flop, he wants to look weak. I would slow play it here every time, personally. Yeah, it doesn't work. He does fold. And now Chris Moorman is out of half his time bank. So, personally, I think that was a really bad idea. Just because Chris Moorman did it does not change my opinion on stalling with no decision. But I will reconsider it at least because I know he knows what he's doing better than just about anybody else here. I'm sure Jackie Chan knows what he's doing too. Final tabling a $1,050 buy-in tournament. Oh, he makes more than a min raise. And Chris Moorman, it's button versus blind versus blind. He's going to re-raise with ace-7, which honestly in a vacuum is not a bad idea. He happens to be up against a bigger hand. But Jackie Chan now facing a bet of $2 million. He started the hand with 11.3. Wow, he does go for it. Very good read by Jackie Chan. So he certainly does know what he's doing. Okay, so I will reconsider that wasting time bank actually might not be a waste. Sometimes it works. There's a method to the madness. I still think that it's a bad idea. But if they both do it, then I suppose in the long run, it could be effective. They must be thinking long run, because they can't be thinking short run if they're going to waste time bank. Short run says you're going to need time bank at some point. Kevin Parkour still has 21 big blinds behind. He's in the short stack. And a call by Chris Moorman, flopping the joint. Chris Moorman flops queen high straight. Plus runner read draw to diamonds. It is good to be Chris Moorman right about now. Viet Cong in a terrible shape here. He's got a straight draw himself, plus the ace high. Chris Moorman bets about a third of the pot. Okay, that's cool. That's good to know. That's good to know that Chris Moorman bets about a third of the pot instead of a quarter pot like everybody else. He even gets the extra diamond. Chris Moorman's really living large right now. There's nothing that can ruin this except for a queen for a chop. Now he bets a little under half pot. I like that sizing. Viet Cong left with a draw and ace high. And knows that he's going to be asked for his whole stack on the river. He keeps going anyway, though. 6 completes the 7 high straight, but Viet Cong does not even have that. Moorman still has the nuts. This is as obvious move as you'll ever get. This is where you go all in. Viet Cong's obviously going to fold, but very good bet sizing from Moorman to keep his opponent in the hand for this long. He's going to pick up 17.7 million chip pot. He's going to have 33.7 million. Chris Moorman, overwhelming chip leader at this final table now. He leads the rest of the pack by 20 million. Yeah, there's more to it than just flopping really big hands. You also have to play the hand correctly. Keep your opponent in there. He bet just the right amount each time. Uh-oh. the La Macaire Memorial hand. Moorman has gone kind of wild with A7 before. Let's see if he wants to go wild with it here. I probably just fold here. Okay. Good laydown. A7's just like, I don't really want to call. I don't really want to raise, you know? A7's a weird hand to play post-flop. I'm fine with the raise in the first place. There's nothing wrong with that, but getting 3-bet there, yeah, makes it kind of icky. Blind versus blind. Mormon doesn't care that he's got 3-7 offsuit. Jackie Chan, of course, with the ace, was prepared to call a raise, no doubt. And he's happy he did. He's got 2 aces now. Mormon with gut shot to a wheel. Pretty easy call for Jackie Chan, though he does tank a little bit. I don't think Jackie Chan is doing that, is tanking so much to tilt anybody. There's definitely some strategy going on with that. I don't know what it is, but he's definitely doing that for a reason. I just noticed Kevin Parkour has gotten to this final table with no knockouts. Literally no knockouts. Moorman, to his credit, does not try again. He kind of figures where his opponent's probably at, and he won't fold there. Smart. There were 554 players who entered this tournament, and Kevin Parkour now has made it to the final 6 out of 552 without knocking out a single player. And he's not going to start now because he's the short stack. He can't knock anybody out. Just the sheer statistics behind that are mind-boggling. Oh my god, is that a limp? At a $1,050 final table? I don't disagree with it. Pocket fours are a limpable hand. Paul G's would probably find the limping in himself here. I don't know why he... Okay, he folded. And the Queen Jack does not punish the limper. That surprises me a little bit too. Pocket Rocket. With the slightly more than min bet. Which is fine, considering it was limped. So you can actually get away with limping at a $1,050 final table. She's doing it again. Look at that. Back-to-back limps. Moorman just doesn't know what to make of this. He just folded Queen Jack. Oh, what a flop that is. Viet Cong with a pair. Pocket Rocket with King Eye flush draw. How sick would it be if it ends up going diamond, diamond? Viet Cong wins with the ace high flush. Pocket Rocket likes it. Maybe not quite as much anymore. $10 million chips to work with. Will she elect to see a free one? No, she wants to bet a lot, and I still think Viet Cong's gonna stick with her. It's getting a little tougher, but that's a big bet. Give me $5 million in the pot by the time he makes this call, if he does make this call. He's thinking about folding, though. The fact that she's betting so much tells me that she wants to really make a move from where she is right now. She wants to start challenging Mormon now. Board bricked out. How hard does she want to push here? 3.3 million? They have almost identical stacks. I don't wear watches, but I'm still looking at my wrist condescendingly. Go! You have been checked too! Waste of my life. Jeez Louise. It's one thing to waste half of your time bank with no decision. Now you waste 2/3 of your time bank when you could just check. Now, granted, there was a decision there, but, you know. Come on. That was extremely wasteful because you need to have a backup plan. You need to know what you're going to do in advance. In the event that you miss, you need to have a plan. You know, if you miss, chances are he's going to check. He's been checking the whole hand. Then what? Like, you need to have that in your head on the turn. Instead, she wasted 2/3 of her time bank only to check back anyway. Not a lot of action here either. Mormon just not into fighting for 2 million when he's got almost 32 behind. Paul G's hit a nice turn and also a nice river. Should be a very easy call here. 15 million for Paul G's. Mormon, though, still with twice as much as anybody else. Good time for a walk. Defense. 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 Viet Cong. Uh-oh, he's going to fold. No, he's not. Okay. These guys are braver than some of the ones we've seen with Ace Jack. I mean, yeah, it's suited. 400,000. That's a really, really small bet. No one's going to fold to that. Again, if people in the comments would like to inform me why everybody likes to bet less than a quarter of the pot on the flop, holy crap, Viet Cong's got it straight now. I never saw that one coming. And he checks again. Oh, that's good. I don't think it's going to work. I think Jackie Chan's going to be okay with checking back his ace. I like the idea, though. Because he did bet the flop after all. Like, if anyone in the comments would like to tell me why everybody in the poker world likes to bet less than a quarter of the pot on the flop, why everybody bets almost the minimum as a C bet even when they have absolutely nothing, feel free to inform me. I have no idea. Well, actually, I do have one idea. Let me throw this out for you, and you guys can tell me how accurate I am here. Maybe the idea is to bet really, really small so that they'll call the flop, and then if the turn card is a brick, then they size up with the intent to bluff them out. That way their bluff actually ends up profiting more. Is that correct? Is that why people do that? That's all I got. Because if that's wrong, then it's wrong. But that's the only explanation I have for it. Personally, though, I feel like C-bets should establish information, and that's why I prefer to bet a little larger. So that if they have nothing, they'll just go away, and if they don't, then I can readjust. But that's just me. Mormon with the ace-high flush draw. Paul G's with top pair, and Mormon wins this one again, too. Half pot. Paul G's. If he had two pair, might stick around. I don't know about one pair, though. Then again, this is Chris Mormon. You know Chris Mormon likes to push people around, but Paul G's does correctly fold here. I've heard that Chris Mormon's not nearly as aggressive now as he was in his younger days. Of course, who among us doesn't get less aggressive as we age? But he certainly is pressing all the right buttons so far. I don't agree with the speed at which he pressed the buttons with that set of jacks, but I also don't even agree with the button that he, that he pressed. I would have thought for sure that that board, that's a slow playing board, but, you know, whatever. Other than that, he's been flawless. I mean, I'm allowed to criticize him, even though I know he's way better than me. 9, both players have the nuts, so they're going to get an all-in, but it's going to chop. There's no flush draws out there, so. Let's move this along. In fact, I'm just going to say it right now. Everyone loves a chop pot. Next hand. There's literally no way it can end with anything other than all-in chop, so let's just skip. There's no chat, there's no emotes, so there's not even any point to see how they react to the showdown. There are emotes, but not on the final table. Chris Moore with a pair. Paul G's again with something. This time he's got the draw. Draws have been hitting so far. Unlike the previous final table. Mormon slows down again. It looks like he's more along with the lines of my idea of what a C-bet should be. Whoa! Big bet by Paul G's. I think if I was to say his name fast, it sounds like apologies. And I can't blame Mormon at all for folding there. That was certainly a fishy bet with it being so large, but it also carried a lot of weight to it, so, you know. You gotta put better safe than sorry sometimes. And there's a raise, bluffing with the best hand, Viet Cong. Nicely done. Always nice when you can out-Mormon Chris Mormon. Great flop for Paul G's. Jackie Chan just checks. He was the pre-flop aggressor, but he's like, that board's probably all over the button calling range. Paul G's checks it back. Probably just willing to keep his costs down if Jackie Chan starts betting more. And, okay, that bet cannot possibly be of much benefit. That's a quarter pot on the turn. I don't know what that's trying to accomplish. Is he trying to get a call from, like, King Jack? Now he checks. To me, a bet that small just looks like a donation. Especially if you're not going to follow it up later. Okay, this is a genuine decision here. There are a lot of hands that Paul G's can bluff with that are worse than 5s. I don't know if he beats all the bluffs, but he beats most of them. He does call. He beat Paul's bluffs, but he wasn't bluffing there. Nice value bet by Paul G's. He now is only 10 million behind Chris Mormon, which out of context sounds like an extremely backhanded compliment. But anybody who knows No Limit Poker knows that, you know, 19 million to 29 million is not that far behind. Kevin Parkour. We need to talk. We need to talk about bet sizes. When you're at a final table and you want to shove, just shove. All G's making another inroad against Mormon. I don't see Mormon calling here. That flop completely missed him. But every hand you win at a final table feels pretty good. Jackie Chan has whittled down to about 9 million. He was around 13, 14 million for a pretty long time. Paul G's has the hot hand. He'll certainly play this hand. Ooh, the hand just got a lot hotter. Jackie Chan, though, with some potential here of his own. He's a 9 or an ace. Like another small continuation bet. This one I kind of get. He's only on a draw. He does get raised. He's got a good enough draw that I think the play is just call. Uh-oh. They better not hit it now. Paul G's with queens full, and now checks it back. Jackie Chan. If I'm Jackie Chan, I just look for a free card. Considering that last bet didn't work out very well, and the turn card connected with the flop. Yeah. He clearly likes the flop, and the turn card paired the flop, so... Okay, Jackie Chan's done with the hand now. Paul G is going to win another big hand, though. And he's going to go for the shove to make it look like a bluff, obviously, but Jackie Chan with king high is no way he's going to call this one. Paul G's really getting close to Chris Moorman now. Re-raise from Paul G's. Jackie may be tempted to just go for it right here and now. I wouldn't fault him too much for folding, though, especially because it's a PKO. Yeah, I think he folds there because he thinks that he's getting to the point where he might be needing to shove, and it is a PKO, and he's got $4,600 in the bounties versus Paul G's having 650. So he's probably going to call just for that reason, and he doesn't really want to take King Jack out for a spin for that much. If it's not a PKO, maybe he does shove there. Pocket Rocket wasting more time. Pre-flop facing one raise. It really shouldn't take more than 15 seconds to decide what to do. Pocket. Do something. There you go. See? Was that so hard? Now she tanks a really long time and then raises with nothing. We've seen people tank and then raise with the nuts. Now we've seen it happen with nothing. So I guess they're both their timing and their betting ranges are being balanced in that way. Thought a shove might be coming, and Kevin Parkour wants none of that, begging the question as to why he even 3-bet in the first place. Like, I've done that before. I mean, I'll be honest, I've done that a lot of times before, but like every time I 3-bet and then immediately move my mouse over to the fold button in case somebody 4-bets me, I feel kind of stupid. I wonder why in the world I even did that in the first place. Okay, Paul G's is still the hot hand. Well, Mormon, of course, can take it back with a king, but Paul G's ace is full of queens, and he checks back. Oh! Mormon does hit! Mormon says your hand is too hot. I'll cool it off for you. 1.7 million? Okay. Easy call. And the payoff. All right. I've eaten lunch now. I did take a pretty long break there. All right. Jackie Chan with a suited ace. And this might be it for him. He's not going to get called, though. 14 bigs. 1/6 as many chips as Chris Moorman. Yeah. I like open shoving there, probably. You can just do a regular raise now, I think. All right, there we go. These high-level players are actually agreeing with me. That's at least something good for me to think about. Jackie Chan with the clear advantage here. Chris Moorman, I don't think, is going to fold the 1-bet. Well, now he doesn't have to fold at all, because Jackie Chan just checked. And double gutter now for Moorman. King or a 9 wins it. Now Jackie Chan bets, again going for quarter pot. And does not get punished for it. Very clean run out. He can easily go for value. He's not going to get it, but he can go for value. Quickly! I really don't understand why these guys treat their time bank like they can just... like they can just, play fetch with it to their dogs. Ooh. Chris Moorman says... You might be getting aggressive with your ace-5. I'll show you how aggressive I can get with ace-5. Viet Cong clicks back again. Wow. And it's such a small re-raise. Moorman's got to put him on kings or aces. Wow. Viet Cong has nerves of steel. What a re-raise. That was a 5-bet with ace-5 against Chris Moorman, who also had ace-5. Two, 3 is in the lead for now. Pocket Rocket needs a 5, 6, or 7. She also could use, I don't know, 10 more time banks, but they're not going to give it to her. And she still has 6 high. I am kind of rooting for Kevin Parkour to double up, so he can actually have a chance to score a knockout. Which he somehow hasn't done despite finishing in the top 6 out of 552. Jackie Chan folds his bottom pair. I guess that wasn't the greatest run out. Can't really blame him too much. Pocket 9s. And an under-the-gun fold of Queen Jack. I don't know about... I don't think I like that one. Paul G's with 57 big blinds. I don't think he should be that protective. Queen Jack 6-handed. I think I'm raising there every time. Especially with a big stack. Chris Moorman just calls, and that's not a terrible flop for pocket 9s. Especially with the heart. He does bet. Again, I wish he'd bet a little more. But it works. Anytime you can win with pocket 9s, you can celebrate. That's a really big all-in. He just has a weak ace. And it's a PKO. I'd like to remind you. That's not really a punt you want to close out a tournament. awful board. Much better hand. Well, not necessarily much better, but a nicer looking hand for Jackie Chan. Viet Cong. Queen Jack. He likes to 3-bet. Jackie Chan can just call here, I think. I think he's got just enough. It's only for about 1/7 of his chips. And he lost his entire time bank for that. It's up to 200, 400. Viet Cong about to take over the lead here. Although I don't know if Mormon is prepared to just hold the ace-7 suited when he 3-bets. Viet Cong has been 3-betting a lot, right? So Mormon might easily think his ace-7 is good here. Okay, he just calls. Thinks he can maybe try to outplay him, although that flop gives him absolutely nothing to work with. Viet Cong doesn't have much to work with other than the fact that he's the pre-flop raiser. But he slows down here. 4 of spades gives Mormon a gut shot. There's 5.3 million out there. You'd think that it'd be worth fighting for. I don't think ICM is a super huge concern for these guys right now. It might be. Queen gives Viet Cong a pair. He didn't need it, but he's got insurance now. Let's see. There's a $3,300 difference between 6th and 5th, so certainly significant. Little too late for the bluff there, Chris. Viet Cong makes the call, and he is now our chip leader by a decently healthy margin. ICM might be in their minds, actually. It's just usually less so for a PKO because half the prize pool is going into the bounties. And yet, we're about to hit the 1 hour mark, and what are we, a quarter of the way through? Another brave all-in from Jackie Chan. Viet Cong shows the king. Kevin Parkour is getting absolutely card dead. Not his fault that he keeps folding. He's just not getting anything. What a time to get card dead. 10 big blinds at a final table. Make that 9 big blinds. Or not. He's going for it. I said I wanted to see him double up, and he's like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not waiting any longer. I know this guy can have absolutely any 2 cards. I'm taking my king 8. He just has to fade a 4. All right, we got a double up. Kevin Parkour actually has a non-zero chance of scoring a knockout now. He can't be overlooked. We got 3s against Jackie Chan's ace-queen. I wonder if they're willing to frip right here, right now. If he shoves, Jackie Chan's calling, I'm sure. Okay. Will he score the knockout? This is for $4,594. The difference between 5th and 6th is less than this knockout right here. Nothing neither way. Okay. That's a good card for Jackie Chan. Kevin Parkour with only 3s can get counterfeit now if a 6 or an 8 shows up. Jackie Chan needs an ace, queen, 6, or 8 to double up and leave Kevin Parkour with 1 big blind. It's an ace! Kevin Parkour went for it. He had his opportunity and comes up just short. 1 big blind. Wait, he's going to win this whole tournament now, isn't he? Oh my goodness. At this OSS, getting down to 1 big blind is usually a prelude to winning the entire tournament. So here comes a... Wow, what even is this? Quadruple up? Quintuple up in progress? Jackie Chan just happens to have kings. Chris Moorman is ace-jack and probably not sure what to do here exactly. He's to put $3 million in if he wants to chase it. Besides, no. It's certainly not worth it when the guy all in only has a 250 bounty. Okay, here we go. Kevin Parkour. Okay, the king's no good. King gives Jackie Chan a full house now. But 8, ace, or spade. 8, ace, spade, and Kevin Parkour will, let's see, quadruple and a half up. Nope. Okay, I'm wrong this time. The trend does not continue. OSS is not going to grant everybody at 1 big blind to win. Jackie Chan scores the knockout and a whopping $250. Far more importantly to him, the extra 3,300 and so for moving up to from 6th to 5th. Norton, please stop talking to me. I don't need to hear from you. I'm in the middle of something. There, now I can actually speed this up. All right, Viet Cong. Nothing. Mormon. Top pair, top kicker. Time for a raise. I think. Don't waste your time, Bank Chris. Just a call, okay. I don't quite understand it. He thinks that flopping top set equals check raise time, and flopping just 1 pair equals slow play time. Viet Cong turns second nut flush draw and straight draw. Mormon, of course, would still beat his flush. And they both check somehow, and we end up with a 2 on the river. What a complete and utter letdown. Mormon somehow still has top pair with a 9. Viet Cong has king high. It all worked out for Chris in the end. It could have been a lot better for Chris. It could have been a lot worse for Chris. Mormon is not somebody you want if you want to see a cheap flop. What does Viet Cong do here? We've seen him do a wide range of things pre-flop with middle-of-the-road hands like this. He goes aggressive again. Viet Cong, you probably want even less at your table if you want a cheap flop. Mormon, now facing a raise of 3.2 million, has a suited ace. Kicker's kind of weak, though. And he does lay it down to Viet Cong again. Wait, is Viet Cong Queen Win? Because this is reminding me of the way Queen Win absolutely bulldozed the main event one time. That flush draw for Viet Cong. Pocket Rocket. The human rain delay. Club. Oh, he checks again. I don't think it's going to work, though. Pocket Rocket has no pair. Oh, maybe she'll try something. Oh, good job, Viet Cong. It did work. Now, it doesn't matter how much time make you waste. You raise here, and you are telling the entire universe you have the King of Clubs in your hand. Yeah. $840,000 for Jackie Chan. Nice ace-10 suited. Paul G's. We somehow haven't heard a lot from him. He took charge of this final table, and now it's his turn to get card dead. Now Viet Cong has taken over. Oh my! King 7! Pocket Rocket says, let's go for it. Viet Cong has enough to make the call easily, and they both hit their king. Pocket Rocket now with the flush draw. Pocket Rocket getting awfully ambitious there, raising all in with King 7 and that stack left. But I guess she was tired of waiting, and we've been tired of waiting for you too. But now, her impatience might bear fruit here. There it is! 8 of Hearts gives her the flush. Pocket Rocket now with 12 million. She's still a short stack, but she's got 30 big blinds. And that's why this thing is going to last for so bloody long. Uh-oh. This is one tough table. It's the next blind level, 225 and 450. I genuinely don't know. Not much to go off of here. Well, I kind of have to finish this, because I said I was going to try streaming again. Well, I'm using OBS to record this, so I can't just do this and then stop in the middle and live stream. I have to finish this somehow. Maybe I'll just not stream today. This is extremely long. Chris Mormon likes it. Pocket Rocket folds. Jack 8. Okay. Shove with King 7. Fold Jack 8 to a min raise. Don't quite get it. Actually has Ace Jack, though. Just a call. Viet Cong is very dangerous. She knows that Viet Cong could very easily 4-bet her all in. So, I like to just call there. And she's going to like the just call. Look at that board. Jackie Chan probably will find a fold here. Yeah. But Viet Cong is in horrible shape. Uh-oh. Bad run out for her. Viet Cong may well turn 10 to a bluff. Nope. Okay. All worked out for Pocket Rocket. Up to 14.5 million. This is definitely a big enough final table that we could just, like, picture them having a real rail. Well, ACR has done that for you. Packed rail. Uh-oh. Here he goes again, Viet Cong. If he's not actually Qui Win, he's doing a damn good impression of him. Pocket 9s for Pocket Rocket. Jackie Chan certainly with a nice hand, but has work cut out for him. And just a call. That's a good flop for 9s. I don't know why he's checking. Maybe he's going for a check raise. Jackie Chan does love those tiny bets. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't do it like that. Don't keep giving him opportunities to outdraw you. You've got pocket nines, and that was a pretty safe board. Just check raise and get the hand over with. Now he's really got a chance to beat you. See? Pocket nines. He snap folds against somebody with only king high. Uh-oh. Now it's his turn. Paul G's finally remembers he's at this final table. And that's not one of the better boards for pocket nines. It's not one of the worst ones either. Paul G's makes it 615,000. Again, fairly small, but not super small. Oh, yeah, that's a good card for Jackie Chan. I think Paul G's bet with it was mostly a fact-finding mission. Yeah, he's okay with his showdown value now. And the 10 comes home. Jackie Chan has a straight. Pocket nines actually are going to win a hand again. Yeah, easy fold there, though. Everybody breathes a sigh of relief. Viet Cong folds. Pocket Rocket's starting to get aggressive. And it works. This is as much of a jump ball as you'll ever see five-handed. And the thing is, we're not at the something's gotta give phase quite yet. Ooh! Paul G's is only coordinated with one card on that board, but he is going to act like he's all over it, and it works. Chris Moorman now our short stack. Yeah, it is 225, 450. Which is a blind level you will never see in an IRL casino. Ace King versus Ace King. We're most likely on our way to an all-in chop. Uh-oh. Diamond? Nope, we're good. 28.5 million in there, and you know what Poker Stars people say, even for a pot that big, everyone loves a chop pot. This time Viet Cong's actually got something. And Apologies, thankfully, does not open himself up to get crushed. This will probably be a shorthand here. Although it's Chris Moorman, you never... Okay, he does fold. He still has enough chips that he can blast away a little bit if he wants. Oh, I forgot Pocket Rocket likes to limp sometimes. Set. And end. And she limps back-to-back hands again. Viet Cong does not punish her for it. Viet Cong had a little bit of that flop, but yeah, Pocket Rocket's got the better of it, obviously. 1 million and change. Gut shot, folds. I agree with that. Pocket Rocket has done very well, getting herself up to 17 million. The Lon McCarron Memorial hand, and that probably wins the hand right here. Oh, call from Jack 3. It was a min raise. Chris Moorman's turn with the worst hand in poker. Jackie with a gut shot. I can see him calling this. Oh, he's going to do more than that. Oh. I don't think Chris is going anywhere. He does have an overpair. But that will make him pause. This is something worth thinking about. He's all in. That's a winner. Well done, Chris Mormon. Bottom pair calls the min bet. Jackie Chan picks up a flush draw. Bottom pair content to just check back. Flush draw does not come home. Check. Rees. Pretty small C-bet, but not as small as we've seen from other players. And a raise from bottom pair top kicker. Oh, he's got bottom. I didn't even notice they both had a 2. And he calls as somewhat of a right idea. Paul G's is overplaying his hand here. He does check it back. Chris Mormon now. 4 cards to a straight out there. Anyone with a 9 has it. He's going to go for the bluff. And it works. Chris Mormon back to 23 million. He was as high as 33 million. Queens. He does not check his option with queens. Paul G's folds pocket 4s 5-handed. Very tight fold, I'd say. Mormon gets a walk with ace-king. Nothing here. Paul G should start trying to fight for some of these smaller pots now, because he is starting to let it slip slightly. Well, pocket jacks might help. Big raise. He does not want to see a flop. Then again, with pocket jacks, who does? He might see a flop, though. Jackie Chan has queen-king. Nope. He gets rid of it. So the intention works. Viet Cong. With a very similar play with pocket 9s. Because you really don't want to see flops with 9s. They suck. Get some actual raises here. I might make it 1,025,000. For whatever reason, that was my favorite thing to bet when I was cheating on Hoyle Casino 4. The way they did it was like one platinum chip that said million on it. Actually, it's a mini frisbee, and then a small chip that's 25K on top of it. Hoyle Casino was made back in the day when it was still a thing for casinos to have 10 and 50 chips and 10K chips. Woo! Although, That's not that surprising now that I think about it. Ace Queen goes for the cold 4-bet shove. Well, there he goes. Now he's doing fine. Now he is absolutely fine. 38 big blinds. That is plenty. Pocket racket with a nice hand does not re-raise. She's been leaving that to Chris and Viet Cong. Now, I don't mean any insult to any of these other three players, but the way that Chris Moorman and Viet Cong have been playing with such firepower, it almost feels like the other three are extras. Almost. Not really. Because they have shown to be very good players themselves. But those two happen to stand out even amidst the other excellent players. Which is one good thing about covering a final table that's this long, is eventually good players will stand out even among other good players. Jackie Chan does not want to play 8-9 suited. Maybe he was just anticipating another raise from Moorman. I'm just excited that I finally get to see how Chris Moorman plays in the year 2023. I have seen the way he plays in 2011. Seven 2 makes a re-raise. Well done, Paul G's. Kongs. Fives. King and 5 just went away. Viet Cong. Rees. Oh my goodness. Viet Cong just straight up shoves, wanting to pick up that $2 million immediately. Not gonna happen. Viet Cong gets an okay flop, actually. 5 gives him a straight. Ace, of course, gives him the pair of aces. He's also got clubs working for him. This would be pretty ugly, though. Oh, there it is. It is the diamond, though, so Jackie Chan can now steal it back with a king or a diamond. It's kind of ugly, but at the same time, it's completely in tune with everything Viet Cong has done so far at this final table. I guess he was okay with having 21 big blinds behind. But now he's in great shape. Diamond or king for Jackie Chan, or else he's out of here. Nope, Jackie Chan is out. Viet Cong takes the lead with 35.1 million. Jackie Chan got it in with kings against ace rag. How many of us have done that in our lives? And had the ace rag beat us. $15,253 for him. $19,684 for everybody else at worst. Maybe Pocket Rocket's turn to shove with ace rag. Nope, just a call. I wasn't encouraging her. Just wondering if that was going to happen. Just checking the big blinds again, because 450 is kind of a weird number. Pocket Rocket. Come on, I'm getting old here. Unless she has ace high on a double paired board, which isn't the worst hand ever. Problem is, one of the pairs is a 2. So, if her opponent has any pocket pair, she's still losing. If it was like Queen, Queen, 10, 10, it's a different story. She does call, though, and she's right, and there's an ace. That may help her out a bit. Viet Cong finally lets slip the discipline of not betting a crazy number that just ends in a 1 or anything other than a 0. Bro. Okay, yeah, he checks playing the board, and she checks behind. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of with her there because the kicker actually plays. It was ace ace queen queen 4. So the kicker does actually play, so I get why she checked behind. And besides, it is Viet Cong we're talking about here. He still might have raised her into next week. All G's. With a hand that could take... No, he's not going to. That was a really quick fold. I don't understand it at all. Viet Cong has been 3-betting every other hand, and he's saying no to King Queen that quickly? I don't know, man. Like I said, Ace Jack and King Queen are apparently horrible hands on ACR. Nobody ever plays them if you put pressure on them. I don't know if there's something I'm missing, but the way that Viet Cong's been playing King Queen there, you absolutely should play it. Paul G's just checks, or just calls there. Nice flop for Paul G's. Mormon looking to chop it with a queen. Seven. Probably check now. Chris. Move! Move! He overbets the pot. I don't understand this play at all. But it's pretty exciting. Paul G's now has to decide if he's bluffing or not. He is. This is a real tank. And I guess Chris Mormon's tank was real too. I don't know what part of his brain came up with that move. Let's see if it works. I don't even know if it's a good move or not. Let's just see if it works. It's way over my head. It works! That move was way over my head. But congratulations, you got him to fold the better hand. Oh boy. Ace King versus Pocket Nines. Will she just call again? If she just calls, Chris Mormon might hurt himself here too. Oh boy. You should never just call with pocket nines, especially four-handed. But that's been her playing style. And here comes Viet Cong. Sure enough, Mormon bets 4 million. I'm catching on to Chris Mormon here. And another re-raise by Viet Cong to 7,650,000. Chris Mormon forced to fold. Alright, I'm going to take another break, and I will inform my friends that I probably won't be streaming. Alright, I'm back. It is 2:49 p.m., and the Chargers still suck. Viet Cong has a huge lead. He certainly deserves to. He has played some really interesting poker. 2 pair for Pocket Rocket. Thought Mormon might stick around with his gut shot, but I guess not. I think he did have the right idea. Not much going on there. Viet Cong knows how to check? I had no idea. Pocket Rocket sure does know how to waste everyone's time. Limp? Oh my goodness! The robots demand blood. Mormon, aces up, Pocket Rocket, trip 10s. The robots crave violence. Certainly with Chris Moorman in action here, you're going to get some violence. Yeah, there's the pushback with aces up. Pocket Rocket loves it. If she pushes back right here, right now, will Moorman have any instinct at all to slow down? Here we go, another 2 million. He can't possibly fold here. He does just call. Turn card is a total brick. Moorman can only win with an ace. Because the hand looks great for Moorman, but for Pocket Rocket to be making all these bets, if she doesn't, like, if she doesn't just have a draw, oh no, he doesn't, he can't get away from it, and he doesn't hit the ace on the river. Pocket Rocket gets the full double up. I guess Moorman might have put her on King Jack of Diamonds or something like that the whole way. Figure that the ace fours is too strong to fold. Let's just get this over with right here. Went all in with the aces up and now limps in with Jack 9 with 4 big blinds. That's kind of funny to look at. Pocket Rocket isn't done. She flops trip kings. Hearts. Gives Moorman a gut shot, but yeah, Pocket Rocket's definitely... Oh. This could be the knockout. Robots demanded blood, and they got what they wanted. Chris Moorman out in 4th place. There's a crazy cooler situation, and now, just like that, we've got Pocket Rocket, Paul G's, and Viet Cong. Great. Well, no wonder the rest of this final table takes 3 years to finish. Pocket Rocket is still here. Nice raise from Viet Cong, as usual. Oh, Viet Cong getting a taste of his own medicine. Pocket Rocket, now with all those chips, fighting back. Viet Cong cannot respond. Pocket Rocket with 40.7 million. He's actually got a pretty good lead now. Paul G's flops a straight. Pocket Rocket is not long for the hand, though. I thought she might stick around with the ace high, but nope. She had that hand figured out. Paul G's limped. He certainly shouldn't fold to a raise from Viet Cong, although that hand is, or that flop is nowhere near his range. He's going to stick around, though. They both have 1 heart. Viet Cong slows down. Paul G's gets a little bit of something there. Viet Cong doesn't bluff, though. Good thing he didn't. This time the pair of kings goes to Viet Cong, and nobody else has anything. Another pair for Viet Cong. Paul G's fights back at not the best of times, although Viet Cong can't like it too much. He doesn't have much of a kicker. But he has no kicker. Although he does have a draw now. But with 11.6 million out there, Viet Cong is still skating on, I don't want to say thin ice, but not skating on thick ice either. I thought he might try that. He's got the top pair. He's got the draw. He may as well just shove. Ideally, he folds and you just win the pot now. If not, you do have outs. Good play by Viet Cong. Paul G's folds an ace three-handed. Again, at 21 big blinds, I think he's got to start making something happen. But he has managed to make it this far. Against some scary competition, to say the least. Viet Cong could go for some thin value here, like 1.3, oh, 3.1, okay. Then again, we've seen people with Bob and pair call fairly large value bets before. When we're three-handed, it makes it a little more likely they will. This is an actual tank. I won't get mad at her for this. And she comes to the right conclusion. She's all out of time bank, but at least she used the last piece of time bank well. Not really sure what that call was by Paul G's. Queen high and no draw. Picked up a draw on the turn, but... Oh, two pair now for Pocket Rocket. Paul G's has nothing. He's got Squadouche. Now he's got a hand, and Viet Cong, I like the limp, because he knows Viet Cong might just put him all in straight up. Ah, he's too smart for that. He knows that there's a good chance that that was a setup. Viet Cong actually outflops him anyway. Paul G's, this one I get. This one's ace-king suited, you know. Hopefully the turn card is a good one. That's not that good. Yeah. Does give him a... No, it doesn't give him a gut shot because the 6 is there. He'd still be playing the board. There you go. You got a little something something. Okay. That's a good flop. Going for maybe the check shove. Beggars can't really be choosers. There's a... Yeah. There's a lot of bad turn cards. So, just go for it now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not one of the good turn cards. Although, actually, yeah, it kind of is. It's a heart. But it is a nice drawing card for Viet Cong. He goes for it. And double up. He dodged all the danger. Viet Cong picked up an up and down straight draw with that card. Well done, Paul G's. Showed me there's another way of doing things. You don't have to check shove there. Paul G's starting to fight back now. There's kind of no other way to win this one other than join these two at their own game. Viet Cong this time actually has something, and Pocket Rocket smartly gets away from the Queen Jack. Not much going on here. Wow, quick decisions. Yeah, that'll work. Viet Cong has been mostly pretty quick at this final table. Paul G's tanks for a little bit and then raises 3.5x. Pocket Rocket. It is three-handed. She does make the call. Good for her. The pot's still not, like, super bloated. Paul G's bet's relatively small. But it works. (6-3) versus 6-3. Viet Cong wins by default. Default! 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 Jack 8, not liking this. Paul G's hand is getting better by the street. And he does not mind that bet at all. I don't think this is a raise. I think this is a quick call to try and shut him down. Instead he goes for a tank call. Pocket Rocket. Okay, good. At least that didn't glitch. Pocket Rocket wants to slow the game down another way now. Yeah, you didn't call fast enough. He's gonna fire again. It's not really that good of a bluffing card, honestly. It's just a big card. It's good enough for him. He overbets the pot slightly. Paul G's really thinking of calling here with just a pair of threes. He's got 19 million, though. This is an awful lot to risk. I don't think I would make this call. He doesn't either. I'm not saying that snap calling there is foolproof, but I do think it would have at least increased the odds of Viet Cong slowing down. Ace of Diamonds for Paul G's. And he's going to do his own bidding here. Nobody else has done it for him. So he bets pot. Viet Cong probably calls here. Yeah. Simple enough. $300, 600 blinds now. Top pair for Viet Cong. Everybody else is pretending they have something. Viet Cong with another raise. He loves to raise. And he's got this funnel table in where he wants it again. Maybe not for long. Pocket Rocket's got a huge hand here. Viet Cong with also a very good hand, especially three-handed. I think this is just a call. And now we can get away from it. I don't know how many 3-bets she has that aren't an ace or a pocket pair, so yeah. Just get out of there and move on to the next hand. Reese. Just a call. She does seem to like playing post-flop. 6 on the turn. Of course, you'd think if she likes playing post-flop so much, she would save her time bank for post-flop decisions, but I don't know. I guess... Holy crap! Viet Cong! Unfortunately, is not going to get much out of this. No, Paul G's does make the call. Oh my! And he hits his gut shot. They both have the same hand now, but Viet Cong has the redraw to a straight flush. This is probably where you just begrudgingly just call, because Jack 8 does beat you. He's got it, though. He got the flush. Paul G's is in terrible shape now. And he goes with a blocker bet. Unfortunately, that's coming back with a lot of interest. That's a extremely obvious blocker bet, I might add. That's like 12% of the pot. Oh, he snapped it off! He didn't even think about it! I've done that before, and it had a similarly bad result. Just saying, that decision was worthy of thinking about it for a little while longer. You block bet and then just didn't even think about it, just snapped it off anyway. I don't understand the purpose of the blocker bet if you're just going to snap it off anyway. But okay, that's it for Paul G's. And we are now heads up, Viet Cong versus Pocket Rocket. What a long heads up this is going to be. It's going to be interesting, though. And what a way to start heads up. Viet Cong, if he plays it right, could end it in one hand, but I think we see a bar that tells us this is not going to be over in one hand. Or 100. I hope you don't mind that I'll be pretty much watching this entire heads up in 2 speed. Because this is kind of insane. Judging by the lower viewership I get with I've gotten with my really long final table commentaries, I think actually not only would you not mind, but you would prefer that I watch the entire thing in 2 speed. Top 2 for Viet Cong. Make that a full boat against Jack High. Boo! Make it 4x. Obviously, they end up rejecting it, because there's still a lot of game left. In 5 seconds. We're second. Oh boy! Top 2 versus a straight draw. Pocket Rocket's going to need something. And she still has the evil circle selected, despite the fact that they just both rejected the deal. I don't understand. You would think that she'd be the one to reject it because she's, shorter. But maybe Viet Cong just thinks he can finish her off? I don't know. Oh, I can probably press that, huh? Street versus a pair and a flush draw, so Viet Cong's absolutely in this hand. Pocket Rocket, this is a chance to pick up a lot of momentum. And it's good. She gets that bet in, very good for her. I don't think this bet's going to get called, but she got the bet in on the turn. And that river card is safe. Yeah, Viet Cong is not paying $8 million with a pair of 5s. But that's a step in the right direction. Frankly. Whoa! 3 nines. Frankly, I would have just given him a walk with 6-3 offsuit, but okay. She'll do it her way. And Viet Cong raises. Kind of surprising there, but then again, not, because it's Viet Cong. He's been doing that all night. I mean, he's so fearsome. I'm almost glad that I didn't make it in this game, so at least I wouldn't have to face him in these big final tables. Royal Flush Draw. He's not going to hit it because Pocket Rocket has the King of Clubs, but he has the Royal Flush Draw. And that is a really small bet. He's not folding. And that's not a straight. Pocket Rocket's going for it, though. Oh. Does Viet Cong have it in him to bluff all in? Yes. Well, it's not all in, but it's a bluff. And she does fold. I guess he's right. He can finish her off. I mean, I'm glad he's going for it. Because deals suck. They should be banned from any poker place. You're in a casino. You're gonna... You went to a casino. You're gonna ride the variance wave until you're tired of it. If you don't want to deal with variance, then get out of this casino. 75.5 million for Viet Cong. Pocket Rocket in deep trouble now. Man, that might have been an all-in spot. It's easy to say when we know he has 8-3. Now it's an all-in spot. That's a combo draw. You've got to shove here. Yep. Well done. Yeah, I'm not even going to press pause. I'm sorry, but I want this to be over. I enjoy doing this, but I have my limits. Straight draw for Pocket Rocket. Viet Cong has a draw to a pair, which isn't very good, so he folds. Two pair. Pocket Rocket advancing our study of the game. I like to just call there. Ordinarily, I'd probably advocate for a check raise there, but we are heads up, so there's not a lot of turn cards that are going to be super scary, so I let that just call. Maybe it buys her a call here. Viet Cong does have a pair of 8s. Nope, good fold. I do like the way that she played it as well. Viet Cong has a stranglehold on this tournament. Pocket Rocket, though, with a better hand, and she tries her hand at 3-betting. I know we've seen her do it a few times, but not that often. Certainly not compared to Viet Cong. Maybe his name is short for Viet Congratulations. To me. No. I know what the Viet Cong is, kind of. Not really. I was born well after the Vietnam War was all that relevant. I mean, it is still in, media, but Vietnam, the country, is fine now, and has been for at least 30 years, if not longer. Pair for Pocket Rocket, but not really much to write home about. They move on to the next hand. Hello! Let's just watch them run. This is obviously all in pre-flop. King! Hand over. And we got a tie now, through no fault of Viet Cong's own. We're now tied up at 44 million all. And the blinds go up too, because why not? So 60 big blinds apiece. 62. Counting what's already in the pot. And Viet Cong does not want this to remain a tie game for long. He wants to retake control, like he has had for most of the final table. Sometimes it was Chris Moorman, sometimes it was Paul G's, but most of the time it has been Viet Cong. I don't think the books would tell you to be as aggressive as he has been, but he's made it work incredibly well. And it is fun to watch. Eight, 6 is loving that one. Uh-oh! Bad turn for Pocket Rocket. And she bets pot. Viet Cong could raise here, but that's already a big bet. And he does just call. And what do you know? Pocket Rocket has the best hand now. 10-10-4-4 ace beats 8-8-6-6-10. I don't know how Viet Cong gets away from it. Another big bet. He'll be very happy that he just called, because this could have been a whole lot worse if he had raised. Although now he's starting to put it together. Maybe he does find a fold. Nope. Thought about it, but he does make the call, and Pocket Rocket suddenly takes a sizable lead of 15 million. They both pair up again. Viet Cong has the better of it this time. What a river. Oh, Viet Cong has it this time. And a quick fold from Pocket Rocket. And gets heads up. There's no more time to waste. Bloop. So we got, what, maybe another 30 minutes of it, considering I'm on 2x. Viet Cong, what the heck is wrong with you? What are you doing? What happened to him? I guess he just didn't get back in time, because we just got back from a break. I'm surprised Pocket Rocket didn't bet and just take him up on... Oh, God, not this crap again. Vote. Pocket Rocket with a missed draw. And a pretty easy call for Viet Cong. I wonder if this hand changes their minds about this whole thing. Yeah. Good raise there, because the only thing he loses to is Pocket Kings or the last ace in the deck. Okay. If they're going to reject it that quickly, why'd they even bring it up in the first place? Finally, Pocket Rocket says no. Now Viet Cong has the evil circle check. I don't understand. I don't even know why deals are a thing. I'm not going to pretend like I understand their logic behind it. Eight, 4 for both players. Uh-oh, ace queen suited. But Viet Cong escapes damage. He knows that she has not been playing around pre-flop very much. She should call here. That's a big raise, though. No, she still calls, and she gets rewarded with an ace. I think she's still game. Big bet again, though. Oh, she folds the pair of aces heads up! Against Viet Cong. Ouch! That hurt to watch. That really did. Why would you play the ace-9 and then fold when you paired your ace? I don't understand it. And we're heads up against a guy who has been pressing the attack button all night long. I do not understand that fold at all. That was aggravating. Four X and a call. Well, this time they airball it, so she's allowed to fold here. Another Viet Cong special. You like the flop at all? Just plow away. I really am beginning to think that this is Kui Win in action. Except if they did actually have Kui Win, they probably want to advertise it instead of just letting him go incognito. Rips for Pocket Rocket. Viet Cong. Does he want to press the issue again? She's trying to make him do it. Oh, got a pair, though. Okay, well, at least she got a little bit out of that. But Viet Cong has a good sense about this. Pressing the right buttons far more often than not. He's playing poker with a confidence and a swagger that I can only dream of. About pot size bet for the set, and okay. Next hand. Viet Cong's not throwing it away too often. This is another final table where I'm impressed by everybody, but Viet Cong has impressed me more than anyone else by far. I do think everybody at this final table is a better player than I am, easily. But Viet Cong is on another level of just cool. Oh dear. Big moment now. Just a call. Oh boy! Oh wait, there's no ace up there. Viet Cong might be able to escape without too much damage again. Pocket Rocket is all over that one, and Viet Cong, sure enough, makes no meal of it. Gets away from Ace-King there. Queen. Hey, King! Pocket can do. Yeah, Pocket does call. Might check it back here. The 3 clubs on the flop, you never know. Viet Cong was happy with the size of the pot there. The kicker didn't matter for either player. They already had the nut kicker on the board. Pair of 9s. We'll just take it. No upside in betting there. Way too scary of a board. Middle pair. Oh. Viet Cong really looking for a 10. Doesn't need it, though. He can just bully her out of there. That's a really good bluff card. Ace King. Really, Viet Cong? Flop a gut shot and fold to a 1/3 the pot bet? Heads up? I don't know about that one. Much to talk about here. Not much to talk about here. They both pair, but again, not a whole lot of upside in betting. Okay, there's a little bet. There's a nice fold. Impressive. You gotta be capable of driving at different speeds. Nice work. Pair and a gut shot. Check raise it. Pick it up. Go back over 50 million. It feels like he hasn't done much, but he has wrestled the lead back from Pocket Rocket. That bet's not getting a fold, though. That now a bet might. That's a really good, 2 good bluff cards. 2.8 million. Nope, doesn't want to. Not much to say there either. Viet Cong is just a menace. Pocket Rocket can be a menace. But she's gotta deal with this guy now the rest of the way. Bottom pair, not terrible. She does call. Now she leads out, curiously enough. Representing the 8, and it works. So, well done for her. That felt like a bluff with the best hand. I don't think she's folding a pair. Oop, trips! I like that she's learning a little bit. She checks back there, because she did try betting on the flop with a set to no avail several times at this final table already. Viet Cong tries representing something. He does have a pair, and Pocket, smartly, not scared by the 3 hearts on the board, does go for the raise right there. Middle pair. Oh, top pair now for Viet Cong. Willing to ride with it, apparently. 10 million into that pot. 5-8. Is a fan of that turn card. And again, he likes overbets. I think Kui Win liked overbets too. 2 pair. Yeah, bad timing from Pocket Rocket there. Fine play, just he happens to have 2 pair. Rees. Does he get away from it? Not this time. Again, Pocket Rocket has not been 3-betting very often. And she bets a lot smaller than her initial 3-bet. And they both now have a jack. This could really turn this thing around. Viet Cong bets again. A little under half pot, but 6.3 million. That is a solid bet. Pocket Rocket, thinking about this, shoves and gets the call. Viet Cong overplaying that pair of jacks. His first real mistake of the entire final table, and suddenly Pocket has a huge lead. Eight, 4. Catches a piece of that. Pocket Kings are still good, though. Pocket Kings are still good. I don't know if he likes it. He's going to act like he likes it, though. Okay. And picks up 7.3 million. That's how quickly you can pick up 7.3 million. Of course, that's not what he added to his stack, but, you know, he added half of that to his stack. But, you know, it goes to show he's far from out of this. Oh boy, tough times here for Viet Cong. Catches top pair, Pocket Rocket with 2 pair. And he calls. Okay, that will save him some more chips. That might stop both players from betting. No, Pocket Rocket's going to blocker bet. Okay. Viet Cong fights back and steals it from her. Another quick fold. Again, that seems like a spot where you should take some time. But she folds immediately. Viet Cong smelled that blocker bet from a mile away and took advantage of it. Well done. Oh, wow. Again made her insta-fold, despite having a pair and a draw. Heads up. Viet Cong, just that quickly, has almost closed the gap completely. You cannot keep this guy down. Ooh. Straighty board. Both players. Just a call for Viet Cong. He hits the straight. Pocket needs a 7 for a chop. Now he goes for a huge bet. I guess to avoid seeing a spade or a pair on the board. But Viet Cong's got the lead yet again. He's got a set of 3s and goes for the standard overbet. He's done it so many times by now that I'm not even going to say that's a mistake, because he's been doing that with nothing. So he may as well do that with a big hand, but Yeah, Pocket Rocket wouldn't have called anything. Trips, again for Viet Cong. Oh, boy. He checked again. That's brilliant. Pocket Rocket goes for it, and again, without wasting too much time, makes an impressive fold there. Just figures that with all that checking, and now all of a sudden he's raising, that's either a 9 or it's nothing, and she went with 9, and she was correct. I'll be honest, I think I would have called there. I would have lost a lot more money. Now she does call with Queen High and no draw. That's odd. Viet Cong wins that one, more or less by default. Pocket Rocket finally picks up Ace Queen and can't get anything going with it. Wonders what she's got to do to beat this guy. She's definitely relying on a very different strategy. She's no cupcake, but, you know, compared with this guy, she might as well be. Did she find the call in her this time, or did he just bet just enough to get her to fold again? No, she calls this time. Good job. She will keep this battle moving. I am really, really glad that they didn't chop, because we would have missed out on all this. This has been some good action. Even though I have it on 2x, I can still enjoy it. $1 million. Straight. She goes for the check, hoping that Viet Cong either has nothing and will bluff at her, or maybe has a 6 and will try to go give her value, but doesn't quite work. Another straight. Oh, for both players, but yeah, that's just a bet and a call. 4 diamonds out there. Straight over straight doesn't really figure to be a huge cooler. Ace King. Viet Cong gets out of there. Good job. Pocket is keeping this interesting. It's not like we're just counting down to her eventual demise. She is finding ways to fight back. I don't see her winning this one, though. She does call with the ace high. He goes a little bit under the pot this time. This time she does fold, though. Seven gives Pocket a straight draw. Eh. I'm not a fan of that bet, actually. I don't think there's that much upside in it. Does Pocket want to fight back with Jack High? She's just going to call? With Jack High. Wow. Okay. Are we at that level of not believing in him? I mean, yeah, fair enough. I've been saying it all night. But wow. Jack High. Straight. He doesn't call with Jack High. Straight draws a bound on this board. 7 of clubs. Doesn't complete anything somehow. 8. Viet Cong's got the nuts straight. Not the nuts, because there's clubs out there, but he likes it. I think he makes a mistake there. Pocket Rocket may have called with 2 pair if he had bet a little less. But 1.5 pots is a bit much. Especially because there's the threat of clubs out there. I think he's only getting called by the same hand or better. Straight flush off for Pocket Rocket. And now she's going to have to hit that 8 of clubs to feel all that good about her hand. But Viet Cong does check. Okay. She picks up on the signs and gets that job done. Good for her. I can't believe I waited this long to say it, but for those who don't watch me, I am just saying her because she uses a Minnie Mouse avatar. She just folded 9-8 on that board. Are you kidding me? What was scaring her? What scared her on that board? That should be a call, if not a raise, to try and just take the pot right there. I have no idea why she folded that. But yeah, if it's got a you know, a neutral username and a female avatar, I just go with she. Uh-oh, big hands. That check was probably to induce... Nope, just to call again. She really does not 3-bet often. But, Viet Cong picking the wrong time to get aggressive here. Now she goes for the raise. That's better. Viet Cong with the call. I have absolutely no idea what the plan is here. Pocket Rocket probably in a good position to shove and get this thing all even again. Yep. That call was a donation. That was a horrible call. Viet Cong has made a few mistakes. Not a lot, but a few. I have no idea what his goal was, calling with King, Queen, and no draw. On a pot that was already that big. Oh. Tough decision now for Viet Cong. But he makes the right call there, because Pocket Rocket want to follow it up. Nope. To be fair to her, the Jack of Diamonds is not a good bluff card. Nor is the 4 of Diamonds all that much. There's a lot out there. She knows she can't win it with King High. Don't waste your time. She wasted her time. Three of Diamonds. Okay. Draws for Pocket. There you go. Viet Cong. Bet. Easy call. Or raise. It was a min bet. She wanted more. Viet Cong. More diamonds. King 2. 5-5. It has been a bit of a back and forth battle. I mean, you would expect it to be with how long we all knew it was going to be. 7-4 of Diamonds is all over that one. And now she goes pot. Viet Cong, certainly not going on her, goes all in! And with a combo draw, she does fold. Yeah, I don't know what I would have done there myself. That was a really good drawing hand, but there was only one card to go. Maybe at that point, I just want it to be over, and I just say, screw it, I'm going to gamble. But, yeah, that move by Viet Cong made it so that it was no longer down to poker strategy for Pocket. It was just, how badly do I feel like gambling and just getting this over with? She said no, and we play on. Viet Cong knows how to muscle out his opponents. I would have just called there with a pair of jacks, honestly. But he has other ideas. And his ideas are usually better than mine. Ace of diamonds for pocket. And the 2 gives her a straight draw. Doesn't need it, though. Just picks up the pot right there. King 9. No one's got clubs. Pocket should stay in this hand. We know it. We know it's a bad thing, but like objectively, you can't just fold top pair like that multiple times heads up against a guy like Viet Cong. She does call again. Okay, that's check back every time. What a horrible river card that is. No draws. Oh, wow. Even with that little pickup, she's down to 16 million. She needs a double up. 6-7's not going to do it. Viet Cong knows that she's in the position where she needs a double up. He's ready to finish this off. Not bad for pocket. Oh, she's got it. And he's not falling for it. That's a good bet size. Oh, wow, he still gets away from it. But I like the bet size. I think that's a mistake, folding to a min raise like that with... I mean, yeah, those are low cards, but they're connectors. He could have just opened shove, but he's giving you at least a chance to see the flop. Pair of 4s wins it. Jack Queen likes it. Jack Queen really likes it. Any PKO considerations are out the window. We're heads up. It should play like any poker tournament now. Well, any no-limit poker tournament. Bloop. All in. She's doing it. Uh-oh, pocket 9s. And he makes a regular raise. She should call here, I think. Pocket 9s. Doing pretty well this final table. That still doesn't change how much I hate them. I can't play them, but... I guess they can be nice sometimes. Oh! How do you fold a pair there? You're down to 10 big blinds, and you folded a pair heads up. I don't like that at all. Viet Cong might play here. He does. And nothing. Needed a 8 or a king there. Okay, now she is really back in it now. Gut shot. Needs one of Viet Cong's 7s, though. Calls. Again, spends a little bit more time than I wish she would, because that kind of tells Viet Cong that she's reluctant. She picked up a double gutter there. A 4 would have been good for her. Now she bets the absolute minimum. Viet Cong could punish her for it. She could just call the ace high. And yeah. I don't understand what that bet was by Pocket Rocket. She had 8 high. She had 8 high and min bet. That felt like a donation. You don't just min bet when you have 8 high on the river. You just don't do that. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe she tried typing in a number, and for whatever reason, it didn't register. Maybe she forgot a 0, And the game read that as a min bet. I have done that. If that was what happened, then I'm sorry. I have done that before. It was he was trying to type in like 3.4 million, but accidentally typed 340,000. Then that would have been totally valid. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and assume that's what happened. Awkward board for both players. She does make the call. Viet Cong more than happy to just check back there on the river. Viet Cong's happy, all right. He's right back to having her up against the wall. Not bad for Pocket Rocket. That's bad. Viet Cong with Pocket 8s has no reason to slow down yet. Well, yeah, okay. And now back to 10 big blinds. Pocket Rocket tries limping in, and he actually lets her do it. He picked up a pair. Pocket Rocket's got top pair, though. She's just going to shove straight up. And he's like, you either have an 8 with a better kicker or you have a queen. I'm out. I'm going to make you work harder than that to double up against me. 7 versus diamonds. This should be an all-in. All right, is it over? Not yet. She dodges all trouble. We still have a game. 28.4 million versus 59 million. All right, she's not up against the wall anymore. She's got a little bit of breathing space. Set. I don't blame her for calling one street there. Now she can fold. He's hoping that she got like a jack and will overplay it. Three. We saw her call a jack high earlier. Maybe she'll call here too. Okay. That's better. She still has 22 million. It's not completely hopeless. One double up and we got it pretty much a tie game again. Okay. Oh, we bet. If we see a queen, we will have a tie game. She just calls. Okay, they both have spades. Viet Cong's is better. So she can only win with one of 2 queens left in the deck. And he goes with a smallish bet for value, obviously. He's not scared of that king, and he's right to be unscared of it. Nice starting card for Viet Cong. He does just check. Well, limp. Pocket Rocket, though, has none of that. Ace 3. Nope. Not over yet. But, again, Pocket Rocket is up against the wall. It's just so hard to compete against, basically, the human conveyor belt. There's only so much you can... You can actually advance before the inevitable pushback starts happening, and you just get tired and tired and eventually desperate. Oh, here's a good spot for her. Viet Cong. We did an 8 to break her heart. That would end the game for sure, because she'd have 2 pairs then. Just to call again. Okay, she's still good here. Good time to check back, though. There's not much upside in betting here. Check! Check! Bro. What was that? She has no respect for the time bank. It's uncanny. I'm just wondering what the heck she saw an upside in betting for. And why did it take her that long to even come up with that? King 10 versus Ace 8. All in. And a call. And a king. And an 8. And the King 10 holds. We're finally done. What an amazing final table that was. Viet Cong is the champion. Pocket Rocket put up one heck of a fight. Lasted as long as she could. And there it is. Kevin Parkour. No knockouts. That was the most amazing part to me, anyway. But Viet Cong played an incredible game, and the bounty actually exceeded the prize pool. That's pretty amazing. That just shows how crazy and aggressively he played the whole tournament. Congratulations to everybody at this final table. You guys are definitely better players than I am. I'll see you in the next one. The next one starts on Friday. So I'll probably have the commentary done on Saturday. Oh, actually, it starts Friday night. It starts Friday night, and it's a turbo, so I'm probably not going to be able to get their countries again. Just fair warning. Alright. Well, I'll see you when I see you. And take care of yourselves, everyone.